So I wanted to make a quick video talking about the different kinds of videos that I have on my channel, and I wanted to talk about a rule that I have for making videos in general, because I have two different kinds of videos that I make. I have gameplay, let's play, basically stuff like from way back in the day that I guess nobody just really wants to watch anymore. And then every once in a while, I'll have a talking head video where I have a subject that I want to talk about, either criticizing a game or talking about how I think things should be or whatever. And the reason why I wanted to make a video right now is I wanted to talk about how it's sad how the state of viewership has changed over the years to what it is now, because unfortunately, people just aren't as interested in watching people play video games anymore. And that's kind of sad if I'm honest, because what that ends up doing is encouraging content creators to focus more on drama, and preferably news that is drama, rather than just giving people a good time. And I want to illustrate that by kind of scrolling through my list of videos, some of my more recent videos, to show you guys why content creators end up being encouraged to do, useless news hype stuff to try to grab your attention, rather than just playing a game and enjoying it. And then hopefully that's something that you like. Because as I scroll down my list of videos here, and you're looking at the view counts over here in this column, you can see that, this is a play that has 144, 97. I have a talking head video that's not performing quite as well as some of my other stuff, because I guess people aren't interested in my opinion on proper ship design philosophy. But, is the new community goal worth your time? 1,700 views compared, and that's way high compared to what I normally get on views. Then I have another couple of playing videos that, barely break 100. And then I have another, hey, I'm shitting on the game again, 2,500 views. another one shitting on the game, almost 1,000 views. And then we got a couple of gameplay videos. Some of them do a little bit better than others, but in general, most of the videos that I have that I actually get more than just like maybe 100 or 200 views, I actually start getting some decent view counts, are these ones where I'm talking about things, right? Like this one has 728, and I didn't even really say anything. It's Path of Exile. Hey, the Path of Exile released a video saying, hey, this is us letting you know that we're going to talk about this game in a couple of weeks, and everybody is all like, oh my God, they dropped a massive update, blah, 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 blah. And that's my problem, because it's like, I only want to make videos when I'm either wanting to do something fun like play a game, and that's what my daily content generally tends to be, or I want to make a video when I see something and I'm just like, I need to talk about this because either it's an issue, or I see something that's really cool, or I want to let you guys know what I'm going to do for a game or something like that. Like, I want to actually have something to say. I don't want to put out content just for the sake of putting out content, which is antithetical to what you're supposed to do as a content creator, which makes it very difficult to grow. Now, I have told you guys more than once that it is my promise to you and my promise to myself that I am going to be a no BS content creator, which means that I'm going to do my best to not just put out videos to put out videos. And even though this is kind of a video that's me putting out a video just to put out videos, even then, the purpose behind my video is to explain that I want to grow and I want my channel to become big, but I don't want to do it at the expense of just putting a bunch of bullshit out there on the internet. And unfortunately, that's just not a good model to grow on. It's just not, right? The people who grow are the ones who put out content that grabs attention. And unfortunately, we as viewers, like I'm going to step out of the content creator shoes for a second and step into the viewer shoes. We as viewers have just allowed ourselves to become so numb to the things that we used to like to watch, and now we watch things that are only drama because that's what everybody wants to watch. I want to see somebody having some drama about something, or I want to see somebody who's super hyped about something, or it needs to be super extra, right? Too many people are no longer interested in just chilling with content creators anymore. Chilling to sit down to watch a 10 to 20 minute video of a dude just playing a video game, and you like their vibe, or you like the way that they do things in the game, or whatever like that. And because that's part of it is the viewer's fault for clicking on videos and continuing to watch videos from people who are overly hyping things rather than just, giving you good videos. But a lot of it is the algorithm is pointing you towards those things because they get views. So it's a horrible feedback loop that ends up happening where you watch a video, it's like, oh, that was interesting, and it's kind of hypey or whatever like that, and then you get recommended 4 more videos just like that. So a lot of it is YouTube's fault, but you as the viewer do have some control over your own what the algorithm feeds to you based off of just trying to make sure you watch content creators who are giving you real value and not just putting out a video because they know it's going to get your attention, right? I know that we want this mental stimulation and we got to constantly be having some really awesome things happening in our face all of the time. But one of the things that I've been talking about over the years as I've been, slowly growing as a content creator is that when you constantly have sugar, you stop appreciating the sugar. And when you go for a little bit without sugar and then you get a nice little dessert, it hits you all the harder. It's the contrast in things. And this is one of the things that we've lost over the years as viewers is we're not willing to sit through the parts where it's not super crazy interesting. And that makes it so that when something interesting does happen, it just gets buried in all of the other interesting things that happen. What I'm trying to say is that you kind of have to have boring times for the really interesting times to feel interesting. If you're watching all of this sensational content and you're just sitting back going, "Oh my God, I'm bored. I don't know what to watch. I can't find something I want to watch." It's because you spend all of your time watching hyper stimulating content and you're not just kind of chilling and just watching some chill stuff, and then every once in a while you get a nice little dopamine hit from some interesting thing that happens. And I think this is why I want to encourage you guys as viewers to start focusing a little bit more on content creators who do a more Let's Play format rather than all of these clipped out highlights and all of that other stuff. Because when everything is stimulating, all of that does is just bring the appreciation that you get down to here, because what was boring and you every once in a while got a nice spike in awesomeness is now, it just pulls the awesomeness down to where it was boring, because you get numb to it. You build up a tolerance to the constant stimulation. If you are the kind of person who scrolls around on YouTube constantly and there's all these really really awesome videos out there, and for some reason it just isn't able to hold your attention, it's because you don't have contrast. Contrast is what makes a viewing experience enjoyable. I guarantee you've never gone to watch a movie and had it have any kind of a meaningful experience, leave a meaningful impression on you when it was just action, 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 action all the time. There had to be dead places for your brain to kind of chill out, relax, let down your guard, and then all of a sudden you get smacked in the face by some cool or crazy or horrifying thing that happens. It's very hard to do as a viewer. It's very hard to do as a viewer. It's very hard to sit and watch a content creator who isn't just like hyping everything up every 5 seconds. But I'm telling you, as somebody who watched Captain Sparkles back in the day do his Minecraft stuff, and most of that time he was just a pleasant dude to watch and pleasant dude to hang out with on the internet. And then every once in a while something interesting happened, but you didn't go for, constant hype, constant stimulation. You watched the video because you just wanted to feel like you were hanging out with somebody for a little while. And I feel like that we need to really get back to that, because there's a lot of people out there making some pretty decent content. It may not be highly polished, it may not be highly professional, but it's much more relatable than some person who's putting on a persona to pretend to be this crazy dude. And, I don't know. All I'm trying to say here is that I don't want to become the kind of person who makes this kind of video right here on a regular basis just because it gets a lot of views. But the only way that happens is if the viewers out there start changing their viewing habits so that the algorithm will say, "Hey, okay, yeah, you guys don't want empty hype bullshit anymore. You actually want to watch content creators who have some substance to what they're doing." The algorithm does need to be manipulated. It needs to be manipulated by content creators, but more importantly, you as the viewer need to manipulate it yourself if you want to get the kind of content that you want. And I think a lot of you out there actually do want the kind of content that, content creators like I create, but the algorithm's not going to put it in front of you because not enough people actually sit and watch through the boring parts. And that's the catch-22. Sometimes you're going to waste your time watching just a boring content creator who's just boring. But it's an investment, and you got to you got to take a little bit of a risk. So that's what I wanted to say. It's mostly because I've noticed a trend that my talking head videos, and especially the ones where I'm criticizing whatever, end up doing a lot better. And it's because more people click on the video and more people are, it's semi-sensationalized content because I'm irritated about something, and that gets people's attention and it convinces them to watch through the rest of the thing. But to be perfectly honest with you, from a mental health standpoint, I think that you get way more value out of watching me do these other videos that I'm not complaining 100% of the time, where I'm trying to just enjoy whatever game I'm playing. I think you get more real value out of that. It may not be the most like hyper stimulating, interesting thing happening, but watching another person play a video game, and especially if they play a video game, in a way that maybe you didn't think about it or whatever, they just have a personality that you like. It doesn't have to be me, but just other content creators out there. I've been watching a gentleman by the name of Half Code Joe. I've been watching his live streams for a while. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be insulting. He's not that interesting of a content creator, but his demeanor and the way he interacts with the chat and the way he's just kind of chill and relaxed and all that stuff, it encourages me to sit there and watch for several hours, because he's the kind of person you want to sit there and watch. He's not the kind of person who's just out there trying to grab your attention. He's just playing the game and he's enjoying it. And if you watch, you watch. And if you don't, you don't. And he's nonplussed if you come in and watch for 5 minutes and you leave. He doesn't care. He's in there just enjoying his time at the game, and he hopes that you do too. And the problem is that that's the kind of content creator that should be successful on YouTube. And that's the kind of content creator who just has a really hard time getting there, myself included, because I'm way more animated than he is. But there are those of us who believe in giving you real value. And unfortunately, real value is going to be, the good nutritious food, not the super sweet, stimulating your tongue food. But you need the good stuff. So I don't mean to be arrogant and say that I'm the good stuff, but I'm trying to be. I'm trying really hard to be. So I just wanted to put a video out there like that because I wanted to talk about this trend. I don't like the trend that most of my videos go by the wayside, and then the drama videos basically get a lot of clicks, get a lot of views. My channel starts to grow a little bit faster, and I feel the pull of being like, I should make more videos like these because it's making my channel grow. But I immediately squash that and say, no. You are going to do things the right way, and if you make it, you make it, and if you don't, you don't, because you don't want to establish a reputation of just hyping everything or dogging on everything just because you get lots of views out of it, right? That's my philosophy. That's what I'm trying to be for you guys. So help me out a little bit. Watch some of the other stuff. Help me build up views on some of the good content so that the algorithm will push my good videos out to people. Like, I'm not saying I make high quality videos. I don't make high quality videos. I make come hang out with me while I play a video game videos. And we just need to kind of start pushing that genre back into the mainstream again, so that, we get away from all this crap that we see all the time and all the hate and this discontent and all that bullshit. So that's all I wanted to say. Hopefully all of that made sense. Hit the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. If you'd like to support my channel, I do have PayPal and Patreon links, as well as the thanks button just below the video itself. Be sure to go check out my channel, check out a bunch of different videos, go check out other content creators, and try to find videos that aren't drama, aren't hype, aren't, hey, let's get excited about this. It's just people playing a game, because that's really what you want. You don't know it. You're not going to think that you want that. But once you find a creator that just is just like, hey, I can sit here and watch this guy play a game for 20 minutes. There's something really magical about that. And we need to get back to that as a viewer base. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.